I am trying to read more and watch less Game of Thrones and House of Cards. Binge watching is dangerous, I've learned. My name is Noah Diffenbaugh. I am a professor in the School of Earth, Energy, and Environmental Sciences, and I'm also a fellow in the Woods Institute for the Environment. I teach in the Earth Systems undergraduate program. I was actually an undergrad here on campus in the 90s. I'm really excited about the 3 books program this year for a number of reasons. One is we have 3 amazing authors. And they've written 3 amazing books, and one of the great things about the Stanford program is we don't just have 1 book, we have 3 books, and we don't just read the books, we have the authors come to campus and get to engage with the students. These 3 books take a number of different angles at different dimensions of challenges that we face as a planet and as humanity. They examine the long-term sustainability of humans and different species on planet Earth, both in the past and in the future. They examine the long-term trajectory of equity and how people have treated each other over the long term, and how we've both built this really vibrant economy here in the United States, but also what the side effects of that have been in terms of equity and how much there still is to go. And they also take a look at how those 2 intersect, how the distribution of different resources, whether it's economic resources or other less tangible resources, really shape the vulnerability to environmental stresses. And together they really examine the nexus of sustainability and equity. Homegoing by Jesse examines the last hundreds of years of slavery, but more generally of equity and the path dependency of equity here in the United States. The Sixth Extinction by Elizabeth Colbert, which examines the long history of how humans have treated the rest of life on planet Earth, and examines whether or not we're already in a geologic scale extinction and what the prospects are for the future. And Salvage the Bones by Jessamine Ward, which is set during the week or so leading up to Hurricane Katrina, and really examines how the equity and the environment really intersect, and the vulnerability and resilience to environmental stresses. So as you read these books, there's a few things that I will invite you to keep in mind. One is that you're going to get to interact with these authors. We're really lucky. All 3 of these authors are going to be together having a discussion on stage, and you're going to have a chance to ask them questions. And my wish for you is that you keep in mind how lucky we are to be in that position. This is sort of your first taste of how lucky you are to be at Stanford. We've got a lot of resources here and a lot of support for undergraduates, and this is the first example. And as you go through your time here, I'd like you to keep in mind, take advantage of those opportunities. There are a few places I like to read. We're lucky to live on campus, and we've got great weather here, and I like to read outside. We live up above the row, and it's nice to sit outside, especially in the summer now in the evenings, and be out in this beautiful campus that we have. I'm super excited to see you all during NSO at the 3 books discussion with all 3 authors in Memorial Auditorium. It's going to be fantastic. Think of your questions.